on body camera, you can see Lastly push her.
All right, Lastly. Okay, back in the car. Okay, stand up.
Other deputies step in.
Welcome back. So a Bernalillo sheriff deputy is now facing criminal charges and being fired from his position after slamming a 14-year-old girl's head into the bottom of the patrol car floor.
Moments that led to the Bernalillo County Sheriff calling out one of his own deputies and launching an investigation into what happened to a juvenile in the back of a squad car. And a warning, some may find this video hard to watch. News 13's Gabe Chavez has details.
It began as an incident in December with a teenage girl leaving the youth services building and causing a disturbance. Deputies were called out to 2nd Street near Griegos Road. One of those deputies responding is Brian Lastly.
What's up, dude? What's up, big guy? How's it going, guys?
Deputies were dealing with a juvenile who they say already injured a couple of deputies and a court security guard. Lastly was called in to do the field investigation.
So the part that I don't get is why could not any of these deputies who are on scene actually do the investigation? They call this other deputy in, like he's the go-to guy, the bad guy who's going to come in and fix all the problems. And he has a troubled past already. I'm just wondering why these guys, out of all the deputies here, no one could deal with this 14-year-old girl?
The girl finally calms down until Lastly starts taking photos of her injuries.
All right, go ahead, stand up for me. All right, look at me. Stand up straight.
Trying.
Try a little bit harder.
She starts to get angry, and on body camera, you can see Lastly push her.
All right, Lastly. Okay, back in the car.
Just listen to the thud sound that her head is making as he's smashing her head against the floor, repeatedly. And his explanation later is going to be ridiculously insane. But just listen to the sound that this 14-year-old girl's head is making as it's crashing into the bottom of the patrol car floor.
She starts to get angry, and on body camera, you can see Lastly push her.
All right, Lastly. Okay. All right, Lastly. Okay, back in the car. Okay, stand up.
Other deputies step in.
He hit my head on the chair.
You tried to go after him.
He hit my head on the chair.
Do that.
Okay, yes, they stepped in and stopped him, but they immediately started making excuses for why he did what he did. So no kudos for them.
Sheriff John Allen says he called for an investigation into the incident. Investigators with the multi-agency task force asked Lastly about the struggle and whether he pushed the girl's head down.
Can you recall, after grabbing the head, pulling the head up before you pushed her down?
No, I didn't pull her head back or pull her head up.
Okay.
I could feel her kicking at me and kind of like posturing. And then I forced it back down.
Lastly claimed the girl was kicking him. They also asked how much force he used to push her.
What amount of force would you describe was used? You said you wanted her to think, "Oh, that hurts." Like, what amount of force did that involve?
Not much, like just like enough to like.
Enough to give her brain damage. This should be common sense by someone who's been entrusted with the position of a deputy.
Hit the floorboard and to think about the floorboard there.
Sheriff Allen also saying in a press release last month he was, quote, moving forward with termination action, and also calling out the deputy's alleged actions, saying if you cannot keep your composure and do the right thing when a situation is stressful, you do not belong in law enforcement. Gabe Chavez, KRQE, News 13.
BCSO told News 13 today that Lastly has not been fired yet, and they are awaiting an internal affairs investigation. They also say the other deputies in this incident are not being investigated or disciplined. And you might also remember Lastly was investigated for a crash in 2024 when he rear-ended a vehicle that he was chasing driven by Alexandria Gerard. According to APD investigators, Lastly was driving 70 miles an hour in a 25 mile per hour zone 5 seconds before that crash. APD investigators listed the cause of the crash as reckless driving, but Lastly was not charged. Gerard's family filed a lawsuit against him.
Well, as you can expect, this happened in December of 2025, and that deputy has not been fired yet. We'll see if it's actually going to happen. But the district attorney, however, they're still trying to make a decision if they're going to press charges or not. I just love how when these type of incidents are caught on video, they're still deemed allegations when we can clearly see what happened on video. You have a deputy that show up on the scene for a 14-year-old handcuffed girl and felt like he needed to ram her head into the bottom of the patrol car's floor several times to get her under control. Yeah, at a loss of words. Policing in America. Make sure you know your rights. Always stay safe. That being said, we the people, you, signing off.